Hey everyone, this is a new series I wanted to start on my channel, and where I'm at is I'm at Lake Lurleen State Park in the state of Alabama. I wanted to start this series for a while now, and so this will be my first full review of a state park here in Alabama. There's a total of 21 state parks, 21 or 22. I've seen it both ways on information online, so I believe it's 21 though. I think one state park closed a few years ago, and so some of the data that I'm finding is old data. But this is Lake Lurleen State Park, and as you can see, you've got the lake back behind us. You've got trails to ride, primitive camping, improving camping. You can fish. There's a beach entry pool, not pool, but a beach entry into the lake for swimming. There's fishing piers and things like that. So I'm going to take you around and kind of show you what we've got. Before we go around, I want to give you a little bit more information about Lake Lurleen State Park. The park has 91 modern campsites that overlook the lake. The lake is 250 acres. 43 of those sites are 50 amp. 56 sites are 30 amp, and then 29 of those sites have sewer hookups, and then 20 of them have wooden decks. It says that all sites have water, picnic tables, grill, and a fire ring. I'm going to drive you around the campground, show you the sites and the different sections, which are A, B, C, and D, and then you'll see some of the sites are small and really more for pop-ups. But they tell you that on the website, or at least it's been my experience when I was trying to get a site, that it said this site was for a pop-up only. They have 3 bathhouses in case you have a camper or tent that doesn't have a restroom. Obviously a tent wouldn't. Of course, the fishing, swimming. They have a boat launch. It's smaller boats though, is what I would assume, because everything that you can rent is small. They have walking trails, and I just saw some folks head out over here for a bike trail, so we'll walk over there and take a look at that and see what that is. Maybe a biking trail, it may just be a walking trail that they're riding their bikes on. Right. So the lake expands all the way over there into that slough, and then comes back out. There's the beach entry, goes all the way down there. Here's one of the fishing piers. This is the biggest fishing pier right here. And you got the lake coming all the way back over here. You got a pavilion, and then a bunch of different picnic tables that can be reserved. And then you can come have parties or have lunch or dinner by the lake. Here we go. So you've got the West Alabama Birding Trail runs through the park here. Alright, so there's different trails. 11, 3, that's 14. 1.5, that's 2. So that'd be 16, 20, 18.7 miles worth of trails if you come out to Lake Lurleen State Park. That's pretty awesome. Here is the biggest fishing pier here. Don't know if the fishermen are having any luck this morning. I haven't seen any fish jumping. Let's go for a ride and let me show you the rest of the park. Alright, so we're leaving the main parking area by the lake and the entrance, and I'm just going to start the rolling tour right here. There's the entrance shack. Of course, this is showing you the exit side. Then there's the entrance. Some local wildlife. Kayaks, pedal boats, john boats with no motors, canoes, stand-up paddle boards, a john boat with a small motor, and then 2 small fishing boats. There's their nature center that you can rent for family gatherings. When we got here yesterday, there was looked like a family reunion or birthday party or something over there. Maybe it was a 4th of July party. There is an electronically controlled gate here for at night, so you have to have the code to get in. Alright, so here's the boat launch. Launching a couple of kayaks. Off in the distance you see part of the campground. That's campground A. Over here you have another fishing pier and a pavilion. This is pavilion number 2. And of course, just like pavilion number 1, it's got a grilling area, different picnic tables set up around that you can use. And of course, everything is centered around the lake. That's the big attraction. Let's go check out the fishing pier. One thing that I love about this state park that I have noticed, there are picnic tables and grills set up everywhere for people to use. So there are no shortages of places to sit and have a meal, talk, and have a view of the lake. They've done a really good job of that here. And this one, they're all made of concrete here, instead of being the old wood piers, which You know, the concrete will last a lot longer than the old wood pier, so that was probably a good idea. You see it's back here in this slough. The geese are really mad over there, and I just saw a fish jump. I doubt the GoPro picked it up. And there's the bridge into the campground. Alright, we're going to go into campground A first. And as we go into campground A, all the sites on my left will be odd number, all the sites on my right will be even number. As you'll see in campground A, the even number sites on the lower part are waterfront. So that's number 2. The sites on my left are pull-through sites, the odd numbers. And then the sites on the right that are even number, they are all back-end sites. It's 9 o'clock, so everybody's up and about now, riding bikes and stuff, and going on walks. Site 15 is the one odd number site on the right hand side. Now we're going to go up to the hill in section A. Bathhouses, or bathhouse, excuse me. Now, there's no more sites on my right for a while, so this is site 24 on the left, so it's an even numbered site on the left. But you can see it has a deck with a picnic table, stairs down to the fire ring that it has for this site. Swimming. There are 2 beaches set right next to each other. The beach area is open for day use, so you can come into the park, pay the fee to come into the park, but not camp. Now on these sites, the odd number sites are on the left, starting with 33. The evens are on the right. Morning.
Yeah.
Looks like most of the sites on the right hand side, the even number, have decks. Kind of give you a view of the lake. Going further back into the park, we'll go to Campground C. So pavilions 3 and 4 are on our left here, so we'll go through here. It's a picnic area. As you see, plenty of picnic tables and charcoal grills set up. There's another fishing pier right there. Restrooms. Picnic tables built up on decks overlooking the water. More picnic tables and grills. I'm telling you, they have no shortage of picnic tables and grills set up out here, which I think is fantastic. There's a church service. Another bathroom. Here is the primitive camping area. It actually looks pretty cool. Have another picnic area with bathroom. Here's another trailhead. Alright, so we're coming into Campground C. Again, everything on my left is odd number, everything on my right will be even number. On the left starts with campsite 41, that's 42 on the right. Excuse me, that is 49 on the right. So the right side will have, the first three will be odd numbers, then they'll start with even. The left side is 58, 56, and then even numbers going down. Well, odd and even. Okay, so here's Campground C. Site 59 is on my right, but it interchanges evens and odds, so unfortunately I won't be able to keep up with each one for you. I want you to check that out. This is the coolest camper I think I've probably ever seen. It's an old helicopter put on a trailer that's being converted into a camper. That's cool. We may come back and try to talk with these folks before they leave. Site 56. So a lot of these, again, On the left-hand side are pull-through sites, and on the right-hand side are back-end. On the right, that Airstream is site 54. On the right, that's 52. The R-Pod on the right is 50. There's the bathhouse for this section. Lake sites over there. That's site 47. See all the lake sites. They're converting the bus. That's cool. I like to see stuff converted. That's neat. And this is the end of Campground C. So we have another trail. The north trailhead is to the right there. Right here to the left, you have another pavilion with a playground. Let's go up here to the north trailhead and see what we got. Back to the playground. This pavilion is just named Camper Pavilion. Here's the dump station on site. And there's the dump station turnaround. Now we're going into Campground D. This is the last campground. We were originally slated to stay back here, but there was an opening up front that they offered us. Alright, so sites on the right this time are going to be odd numbers starting with 61. Sites on the left will be even numbers starting with 60. As you can see, there are a lot of pull-through sites in this campground. A lot of the sites back in this area, when I looked online, said for pop-up only. Well, not a lot, but there were a few. So I appreciate the fact that they put that in there, because some of these sites are very small, and if you might even struggle if you have a really big pop-up, to be honest, especially if you're going to have more than one vehicle here. This is site 74, 75, see, 75 is a pop-up only site. That is very, very small. Here's site 76, but you can see the pad is just not very big, and then you're parking in the grass. Here's site 78. 78 is actually the site we were supposed to have, and they said we would just park in the grass right there, or I guess back there. No, I guess it would be right here, and then you would have our water hookup, electric, and then of course our picnic table and grill, and then there's another little flat spot area. I think if we wanted to pitch a tent up there, we could have. There's site 79. You see there's no lake views at this campground. And site 81's pretty long. Here's 82. And we're almost at the end of Campground D. So Campground D is really the only campground that doesn't really give you lake views. And it is way in the back. Action.
Welcome to Lake Lurleen State Park. We're staying at campsite A21 and I want to give you a tour. So it's a pull through campsite and this is where we put our camper at for the few days we're going to be here.
Do you know how long our camper is? Our camper from tongue to bumper is 26 feet 11 inches.
That's a long way.
Well, I tell people that so that they know just how long this campsite is.
Well, it's really long actually.
Yep.
Like it starts from the Yukon all the way over to this.
Yeah, actually from up in front of the Yukon a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, and comes all the way back here.
And then back here is where we put my bike. And this is where this stuff is. I don't know what it's called.
So you've got a water hookup, you got a 50 amp, a 30 amp, and just a regular 110 plug. You have a sewer connection right there. But then you have this wonderful deck.
Yeah. And the deck has a picnic table on it and you can have a nice picnic out here. And we haven't used down there yet, but there's a fire. And there's also steps, but I don't know if I want to use them.
Yeah.
They're kind of rusty.
They're not rusty.
Well, they're dirty.
They're dirty.
And slippery.
They're not slippery. Well, some of the dirt might be. But here's the deck. It's pretty high up. But there's the lake.